Yeah, Hidden Harbor is a really great program. Now, the inside is a little bit more tropical modern, but the drink menu is no joke. On Tuesdays, they do kind of a throwback menu. The black magic they make there is...
No, wait, a throwback menu to when they first opened up their tiki bar?
No, to you know...
Here we are!
Heydays of tiki. Not like, oh, here 2 years ago in Pittsburgh, and we're drinking Malort or something, right?
Hi everyone, this is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki With Ray, and today I'm in my tiki bedroom. I like to call it Tiki With Ray's Tiki Hideaway. I have a friend all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, you live outside of Atlanta.
In the city, technically not Atlanta.
What's the name of that town?
Decatur.
Decatur, and you said that is actually the oldest part of it, or something like that?
Before there was Atlanta, there was Decatur.
So, Jeremy Cash Dollar here is in a unique situation where he does a lot of traveling for his job. And when I mean a lot of traveling, I mean a lot of traveling. Like every week, pretty much, right?
Yeah, most of the time it's multiple places per week. So
multiple places per week. Some people may not like that, but Jeremy Cash Dollar happens to like tiki bars. So he takes advantage of his situation and goes to tiki bars throughout the country when he's in town. He does it so much that he thought, well, maybe it would be a good idea to, maybe you should start documenting your trips and maybe blogging about them and making videos. So you're going to start a show/blog, right?
Yep.
And what's it called?
TikiTimeWithCash.com.
Awesome, awesome. So you want to tell the people a little bit about what your plans are, what you're going to do?
Yeah, so the main plans for this are to do video. There will be some just typical, non-video related blog posts. I've been to heaps and heaps and heaps of tiki bars in the United States and elsewhere. But I also want to do bar interviews. I like to make cocktails myself. There's also an idea I'm throwing around of doing a Julie and Julia style where I go through maybe one of the Beach Bum Berry books, maybe Sippin' Safari, from beginning to end, struggle through it, make all of the syrups custom in-house.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be fun.
Well, I'm envious because it's like, I mean, I did a lot of traveling when I first started my blog, but I paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all out of pocket, but you're in a position where essentially you're getting paid to go to these places. And, well, let me ask you this. Do you travel mostly in America?
For work, it's United States only.
Okay.
However, I like to travel. I get my frequent flyer points, and so I do like to go out of the country, typically at least once, maybe twice a year. This year, it'll be twice.
Gotcha. So you've been to tiki bars in Europe?
Yeah, so I've been to the Dirty Dick in Paris.
Oh, wow.
That place was great. I also went to the Polinesio in Havana. La Habana.
Really?
Yeah. And it's cool because that was a Trader Vic's, right? It was in, I think it was at the time a Hilton Hotel.
Yeah.
68, 69 is when Fidel's and his peeps. We can call them peeps or no? I'm not sure.
His peeps. I'm sure that's what Fidel Castro called his guys. All right, peeps, let's go.
Yeah, but essentially
we're gonna go to a tiki bar.
His army. Basically, the last spot they had to take. They started in Santiago. They stormed all the way up to Havana. That was the last place they took. And when they essentially took hold of the government, the seat of their newfound government was in the top floor of that Hilton.
Wow.
And then the bottom floor is the Polinesio, which used to be a Trader Vic's. Yeah.
Where else have you been overseas? Like, have you been to many other countries besides those two and checked out some tiki bars?
When I was in London, I did not get to check out tiki bars because I was looking at a few other bars at the time. So we went to the Artesian at the time that was known as the best bar in the world. I went to some Panda and Sons, which was in Scotland, which was an amazing speakeasy. They have great speakeasies in all over Great Britain. So, we had a pretty good time there. This year we went to Costa Rica in February. And that was actually great. We stayed at a property in the Guanacaste province.
That's incredible.
It was up on this hill, middle of nowhere, 3 hours from the airport. And they actually made great drinks. They would cut up a passion fruit, scoop out all that pulpy, slimy goodness, slap it right in your drink, shake it up. It was delightful.
That's incredible. Out of all the... So, you've been to a lot of tiki bars across the country.
Yes.
You've been to Southern California, San Francisco.
Yes.
Here up in Seattle. You haven't been Portland.
Yep.
Out of all the different places that are out the country, do you see a difference in how the tiki bars are compared to the different other parts of the city? Like, yeah, Chicago tiki bars in Chicago tend to be kind of like this as opposed to tiki bars in Los Angeles. Or are they all kind of the same? Are they all different?
They're all a little bit different. I mean, I'd say that if you look at Chicago, right, you've got your Three Dots, which is almost like a clubby kind of tiki environment. You've got your old school Halakahiki.
Yep.
It's amazing inside. And then Lost Lake, for me, feels like a neighborhood kind of tropical bar, but nobody would doubt that that's a tiki bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where do you find the best ones at? Like, what are some of the standout tiki bars for you? Like, what are your favorites that you've been to?
Yeah, so
that really are true and dear to your heart.
Yeah. So,
and I don't have a horse in this race.
Are we going to fight about this? Fight to the death? No?
There's no reason to fight.
Well, I would fight to the death over Bootlegger Tiki. That's easily my favorite tiki bar.
Chad Austin.
Chad.
How's it going, Chad?
Chad is my ride or die, and I can't believe how amazing his program is.
I need to get back down there to have a Demerara dry float.
Yes.
And a Mai-Tai.
He nails the classics, but his originals to me are just insanely impressive.
He has some skills.
Yes, he does indeed. Yeah, and we went to Devil's Reef.
The Devil's Reef.
I was really impressed with that.
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander, if you're watching.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing. And what I think is really crazy about that is just the extensive amount of original drinks. I think it's all original drinks on the menu.
I honestly think that. Like, yeah, there were some pretty good drinks that were made at the very beginning when the tiki drinks were being made by Don Beach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think some of the bartenders now are taking these drinks to an entirely different level.
Oh, yeah. I would think so, too, because if you go to the Mai-Tai, the best thing at the Mai-Tai is not the drinks. They're good, but they're not exceptional. They're not fantastic. They're not great.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen people like Hidden Harbor in Pittsburgh. Also, one of my favorite.
Hidden Harbor is great. I used to live in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I moved out of Pittsburgh and a couple of years later they opened up a tiki bar.
Yeah. Well,
where were you at when I was there? When you go out to a tiki bar, what are you looking for?
All right.
I have my list, but I'm curious to know what yours is.
Mine is simple. So, drinks.
Paramount? Drinks are paramount?
No. It's a balanced scale.
Okay.
So, drinks, decor, right? So, I'm expecting kind of floor-to-ceiling tiki-ness. They don't necessarily have to have tiki statues for me, but that's a good indicator.
Yeah.
Music. So the music doesn't necessarily have to be Martin Denny all the time. I've seen tiki bars do good things with surf music and other kinds of things. So drinks, decor, music, and then there's like a fourth factor for me. It's like the X factor. It's
the X factor.
Good vibes.
No, I thought you meant if aliens are like.
No, not quite. Not quite.
No, what's that X factor again?
X factor for me is just how people are in there. If you're having a good time, how you're treated. So one of my favorite X factor situations was about 2 or 3 years ago, before I knew about Tiki with Ray.
Yeah.
But this is before a lot of things were open in this area.
I like how you're giving me a shout out on my own show.
Well, that's your name, Tiki with Ray.
Sure, yeah, it is. It became that way. I mean, like, my name's Ray, and I started my website, Tiki with Ray, and then people just to call me Tiki with Ray, so it's like, yeah, I guess so. That's what I am.
You're going to get a legal name change to Tiki with Ray, Wyland?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Maybe middle?
No, I'm never going to do
Tiki
that.
with?
Yeah. Ray,
Tiki with
comma, Tiki with. I'm Ray, guys. Ray Wyland. But, anyway, back to the X Factor.
Yeah, like good vibes, right? There have to be good vibes in there, and typically a unique experience. So I'll talk about 2 of those that are very fond to me. So the first one was after I had been, I'd got done with a work trip. I was trekking around all week in Seattle trying to find a real tiki bar. Now, you can get good tiki drinks all over Seattle, right?
Some good places.
Roomba is amazing, but it's not. It's a Caribbean rum bar, not a tiki bar. So anyways, I've got a red eye out. I've got, 6 hours to kill. Yeah. And I'm like, opening up Kratiki. Kratiki says Tacoma Cabana. I was like,
Tacoma?
Tacoma. Yeah. Like, I had never been to Tacoma.
Yeah.
But I knew about the aroma in Tacoma. That's a thing that people even from the East Coast know about. So anyways, I make the haul over there. I park, start to walk up, and I'm like, after a bust, essentially, of a trip for true tiki, I walk in and I'm just surprised, right? It's awesome in there. I sit down at that small section on the front side of the bar, right after that kind of wooden post thingy. Yeah. And Jason's there. I didn't know Jason at the time. Yeah. But he and I started talking about Plantation 98 Guadalupe. Jason tells me, oh, I just came back from Guadalupe. Like, awesome. Yeah. He's like, and I brought this box of Damaso Agricole. He called it Bagricole because there's a bag inside the box. He's like, would you like to taste it? And I said, yeah, of course I would like to taste this. And Jason hands me the box. And I just have to, like a wine box, right? Glug, 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 glug. And it was delightful and delicious. God. And he actually A-B'd that versus the bottled one. Apparently they have different flavor characteristics. And then the other really notable one for me was at Lost Lake, where Paul McGee was actually he was the server. He wasn't actually behind the bar. He was just walking around, making sure that things were good, seeing if anybody needed any more drinks. Yeah. And I said, I've had 1,000 Mai-Tais. Yeah. And, I get that there are some variations from here or there. There are good Mai-Tais, there are bad Mai-Tais, but I've had enough Mai-Tais that I don't necessarily need to get one every place I go. Yeah. But I asked him, I was like, so do you have anything that's kind of wild on the menu, kind of out of the normal? Yeah. And he says, well, we have a pina colada that's made with Malort.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you haven't ever had Malort, it is violent. It tastes like burning tires. And it makes you suffer. So if you take a shot of it, it's going to linger with you for maybe like 20 minutes until you wipe that away with something else. Okay. So a lot of the bars in Chicago, especially, more like the, beer bars, beer in a shot kind of places, sure. I've seen some of them serve Malort with cut strawberries. But they won't give you the cut strawberries right away. They want you to feel the pain first. So you're just like, oh, no, what happened? And then they give you a strawberry and it's all gone, which is great. But what's amazing about that drink is that, first off, it was him that recommended this crazy concoction to me. And I was like, okay, sure, game on. And it was amazing. So the kind of burning tire sensation from the Malort really got balanced out by the coconut cream. And it was left with this kind of weird, wild, spicy flavor. And so it was actually really good. But that's, for me, that was an amazing experience, getting to see the man himself.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think we're in a good time, like, say if there's people that are going to be getting into tiki. Mm-hmm. Because, I'll be honest with you, I mean, tiki drinks for a long time weren't very good. I mean, they literally devolved into the 70s and into the 80s. I mean, we've all had the island Mai-Tai. Yeah. Essentially, rum and pineapple, just grenadine kind of bullshit. Yeah. But like now you have bartenders that are making drinks that are just incredible. Yeah. Not only are they tasty, but they're complex. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited that you're able to go to check out all these places. And then you're going to like write about them and talk about them and hopefully interview the people and the bartenders at these places. Yeah. You have a website.
Yeah. TikiTimeWithCash.com.
TikiTimeWithCash.com. You're on Instagram as well right now.
Yes. So Instagram, Jeremy Cash Dollar.
Jeremy Cash Dollar.
And that's actually the place where you see my travels up to date the most.
Cool.
I actually took a cue from Ray. Ray recommended that I have pictures of myself. And I thought that it's especially helpful because I don't think that people would believe how many tiki bars I get to go to otherwise. So it's also kind of like proof I was there. I was really there.
Yeah, and then when you start reaching out to these places, and you can be like, the Jeremy, there he is. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be a tiki celebrity before you know it. Obviously, I'm gonna edit it.
No.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it legit, man.
Yeah, fuck legitimacy. It's all smoke and mirrors. Hey gang, this is Tiki with Ray, and I just want to say thank you very much for checking out my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more episodes, click on the subscribe button. And if you liked the video, give it a like. That would mean a lot to me. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave a comment in the comment section below.